Hey, everybody. I'd mentioned this last week that we'd have to do something different about class because I have a meeting tonight. I actually tried to get out of it, but I wasn't able to swing it. So what I'm going to do right now is pre-record our tonight's class, and you will see this in your email, which is how you'll get here. And then we'll just call that good. What's going to happen here is there will be a code word embedded in the middle of this. And if you email me that code word, you will get your 25 points. So, or is it 15? I don't remember. Anyway, long story short, you'll get your points for attendance. If you have any questions or concerns, email me. And so let's go ahead and get started. I will go ahead and move to my other screens here and share for you guys. So hopefully I'm looking over, you guys can see my screen. All right. Let's see what we can do here. So this is the last week of ITT. So if you need to get caught up, get caught up. If you have any questions, let me know. And because we are on a deadline for 11:59 on Sunday night to end this class. And then first thing Monday morning, I have another class, two more classes starting. So we've really got to, and not this. We've got business math and business communications starting next Monday. So we really need to get stuff done here. So yep, everything seems to be working correctly. This week is not too bad. Move that out of the way. Okay. Of course, I'm gonna do my obligatory discussions. Do it, do the pre-replies. If you don't do your original post and other people don't have anything to reply to, it just makes life hard on everyone, especially in a class with just a few people in it. It's not quite the same when I have a class of 20, 10, 15, 20, 25 people. But when these smaller classes, then you have to get your stuff done in time so everybody else can reply, and then you can have something to reply to. I mean, it just helps everybody out. So I would appreciate everyone doing that. So our discussion today, or this week, and see, no one's done it yet. Come on, guys. I know it's only Tuesday and it's not due till tomorrow, but the earlier the better. We're going to look at this. Technology pervades every facet of our lives, from how we work, play, and live our lives. Technology has created a revolution that will grow for as long as humans continue to advance in their capabilities. To be successful in business, we must understand different trends as it applies to business and technology. As business professionals, we must get a sense of what's ahead in a digital transformation, barring any unexpected disruptions. So they give you an article and a video. What are your thoughts concerning the upcoming technology trends of, it says 2021. I know it's an old article. I will get that updated, just not for this class. How will you equip yourself with the knowledge you need to understand them? How important is it as business professionals to stay on top of the latest trends and technologies, and why? How can you as a business professional work on upcoming technology trends to your advantage as you're building your personal or business social media strategies? And what are the projected unexpected additions of technology? Now, we live right now in in our post-COVID world, where before COVID, yes, Zoom was a thing, and we did distance education, we did online classes. But then COVID puts everything, on steroids. Next thing you know, your elementary and your high school student is on Zoom. All our classes, are distance education in my program. People work from home now. My son-in-law, he when COVID hit, they sent him home to work. He's a drafter for an engineering company, and he hasn't gone back since. He now works permanently from, and so just consider these type of things when you go to answer these questions about how things change and how quickly they can change, because it happens to us really, really, really quick. And there are a lot of people working from home part-time and even full-time. So there's that. Let's go back to our assignments. Now, all the way down here into week 4. Now the calendar planning assignment, if you're missing those, just update the one you turned in from week 1 and then turn it in. And some weeks may be almost exactly the same or exactly the same, but some, make the small little changes to it and just move it over. That's what that's for. That is what we have Microsoft Word and Excel, so we don't have to do everything from scratch every single time from the beginning. We can take our current template and then just to adjust it and update it. So that's what we're expecting here. So if you've done a calendar, the calendar planning assignment, then just update it and make sure it gets turned in for the other ones. Okay, assignment 4.1. Okay, so there is the PowerPoint slideshows. And as usual, I'm going to go ahead and make sure I share my sound with you guys. I say that. Oh, that is why, because I'm on the wrong screen. Sorry, guys. I'm used to doing this a little differently. There we go. I will share my sound here with you guys. We will watch these 2 videos real quick, and then we'll talk about the assignment. So I will see you in a moment.
Goodwill Community Foundation, creating opportunities for a better life.
PowerPoint is an easy-to-use program that lets you design your own presentations. You can use it to create slideshows, presentations for work, multimedia projects, and just about anything else you can imagine. When you open PowerPoint, there's a good chance you'll be taken to the Start screen first. From here, you can access recent presentations or create something new, either from scratch or from one of the built-in themes. In this example, we'll click Blank Presentation. Next, you might want to take a minute to explore the interface and make sure you know your way around. Why don't we begin with the ribbon, which is the collection of tools and features at the top of the screen. The ribbon is divided into tabs like Design, Insert, and Home, so you can easily find what you're looking for. There are also commands on each tab that have been organized into groups. For example, if you look closely at the font group, you'll find it has everything you need to work with text, including options like bold, italics, font color, and size. Some groups even have an arrow in the bottom right corner that you can click to view even more commands. If you ever feel like the ribbon is taking up too much space, you can always hide or minimize it. All you have to do is click the arrow in the upper right corner, then choose the option you want. Also in the upper right corner is a place where you can access your Microsoft account. Here you can update your photo, manage your account settings, or switch to a different account altogether. For help working with PowerPoint, take a look at the Tell Me feature. It works just like a regular search bar, allowing you to quickly find the right tool or command. All you have to do is enter what you want, and you'll be given a list of options. You can use the command directly from the menu without having to find it on the ribbon. You can even customize your copy of PowerPoint to make certain commands more convenient. Take the Quick Access toolbar in the upper left corner. This area gives you access to frequently used commands like Save and Undo, no matter where you are in the ribbon. To add more commands, just click the tiny arrow next to the toolbar, then choose the ones you want. I'm going to add New and also Quick Print because I use both of these commands pretty frequently. Now let's take a look at the presentation itself. In this example, I've opened a business profile that I'm working on. You can navigate between different slides using the pane on the left, while the space in the center is where you'll actually create and edit your presentation. At the top and to the left of the center pane, you should see two small rulers. These make it easier to adjust your presentation and align the objects on your slide. To show or hide the rulers, go to the View tab, then check or uncheck the box depending on your preferences. You can also turn on grid lines and guides for even more control over your slide layout. In the bottom right corner, you'll find a few more tools that let you change the way your presentation is displayed. Here's what the tools look like up close. To zoom in or out, click and drag the zoom control. The number next to the slider will tell you what the zoom percentage is. You can also switch between different slide views using these four buttons. Normal is selected by default. This mode is great for everyday tasks like creating and editing slides. Slide Sorter displays smaller versions of the slides in your presentation. Reading View hides all the editing tools to make your slides easier to review. And finally, Play Slideshow will play your slides as an actual presentation. Last but not least, I'd like to give you a quick tour of the Backstage view. You can get there by clicking the File tab. Just look for it on the far left of the ribbon. Here you can access all kinds of information related to your current presentation and more. This includes commands like New, Open, Save, and Print. All you have to do is click an item in the left pane, and it'll open on the right. This makes it easy to find what you're looking for and review your options all in one place. That covers the basics of PowerPoint. Now that you're comfortable with the interface, including the Backstage view, the ribbon, and the work area, you're ready to start your first presentation.
Okay, so let's talk real quick about what we just saw. What we just saw is something that's almost identical to what we saw in Word and Excel. So what Microsoft did, which I don't know if it was, like I said, it was genius, but probably just out of necessity as well, they made all the controls the same through the Office platform, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Access, which is a database program that we don't teach because nobody actually uses it anymore. But so all the controls are the same. And what I always tell people, if you get curious, open up a new one and just dumb around in it, play around with it. That way, you know, you're not into something that's important for you, but you can just go ahead and mess around in it. And I will bring mine up here. See, it looks just like that. Just like that. Funny thing is, I don't think I have any PowerPoints in this particular desktop. So, all right, let's go to our number 2 video and see what they have to
Goodwill
say.
Community Foundation, creating opportunities for a better life.
I've been working with a local animal rescue, and I think a PowerPoint presentation is just what we need to showcase some information about their adoptable pets. But how do we get from this to a presentation that looks like this? The key is understanding how slides, layouts, and placeholders work. Let's take a look at placeholders first. When you start with a new slide, it'll usually contain one or more placeholders. Placeholders can contain text, pictures, charts, and all kinds of different objects. To find out what you can do with a placeholder, just hover over the icons here, or simply click and start typing to add text. The arrangement of these placeholders is controlled by the slide layout. This layout happens to include one placeholder for the title and two more for content. You can choose your layout when you first insert a slide, or you can change it later depending on the type of content you're working with. To insert a new slide, look to the New Slide command on the Home tab. You can use the top half to add a slide in the same layout as the one that's currently selected, or use the bottom half to open the menu, and choose the exact layout you want. You can even insert a blank slide and add your own text boxes and objects later. Changing the current layout is just as easy. All you have to do is click the Layout command and make a new selection from the menu. This time we're going to choose the section header layout. At this point, instead of inserting more placeholder slides, I'd like to try copying and pasting some of the slides I've already created. This can really save you time when the slides you need are so similar to the ones you already have. Just select the slide you want to copy, then click the Copy command on the Home tab, or press Ctrl-C on your keyboard. Next, click in between or below the slide where you want the copy to appear. Then go back to the ribbon and click Paste. Alternatively, you could press Ctrl-V on your keyboard. And you can paste as many copies as you need. Now that I have these copies to use as a sort of template, I no longer need those two content slides that we started with. So I'm going to delete each slide by selecting it, and then pressing Backspace or Delete on my keyboard. I'm also going to move this section header so it appears a little later in the presentation. To do this, click and hold the thumbnail, then just drag and drop it into place. Now we're going to take a closer look at this slide itself, along with some ways that you can customize it. The important thing to remember is that nothing is set in stone here. You can always adjust your layout and change the look of your slides any way you want. To delete a placeholder, for example, all you have to do is select it, then press Backspace or Delete on your keyboard. Placeholders can also be moved using the drag and drop method, and resized using any of the sizing handles here. And let's just add some text here before we continue. Of course, if you need to add an additional text box to your slide, there's a way to do that too. This can come in handy when you're working with a blank slide or with a presentation that's already been highly customized. Just go to the Insert tab, select the Text Box command. Now you can click and drag to add a text box anywhere you want. You'll want to be careful not to change too much though, especially depending on your level of design experience. If you stray too far from the built-in layouts, it can be difficult to get your presentation looking consistent. Sometimes it may be better to try a different slide layout instead. In other words, one that already has the content arranged the way you want. Or you could choose a different theme using the options on the Design tab. Here's how they work. All you have to do is hover over the thumbnails for a preview. As you can see, each theme uses a slightly different layout, so you can easily try out different designs and change the look of your slides without moving or deleting any placeholders. I think I'm going to go with this one. Yeah, that looks really good. There are still a couple more features on the Design tab that'll let you customize your slides. For example, over here on the right, you can change or format your current slide background. You can also adjust the size and dimensions of your presentation if you're not using a widescreen monitor. Okay, now you know how to work with slides, placeholders, and layouts, including a few simple tricks for changing your presentation's design.
Welcome to this complete beginner's guide to Microsoft PowerPoint. It's the most popular presentation software in the world, being widely used in the business and academic.
I think I just had a technical glitch, so we may have to start all over again. Well, but maybe not. Let's try it out and see. I will test this out later and we will see how it goes. All right, so what we have going on here is we have seen all right, see if we can hear me now. Okay, so I did have a technical glitch. Something's wrong with my headphones in the middle of everything. But long story short, what we saw here was just our basic presentation on how to do PowerPoint. Once again, it's not new. Now, here is something I do want to show you. If you don't know your shortcut commands, okay, there are all sorts of them here. Okay, all the way from copy to paste to cut and all sorts of stuff. So if you're going to be using this for an extended period of time, get familiar with a lot of these normal shortcut keys. They will help you out a lot. There's one, and I can never remember what it is. So I look it up every once in a while, especially when I'm teaching a math class. Which you guys may think is weird, but there are some weird shortcuts in here. For the division symbol, it is, Alt, you hit the Alt in 0247. And I thought it was kind of neat. Let me bring this up for you here. I hit Alt 0247. It gives me an actual division sign. I can never remember that one to save my life. So there's all sorts of weird, cool stuff that you won't see unless you actually go exploring for them. We go down here. Here's our slideshow presentation. Open it up. Bring it over. And what I need you to do is do exactly what they did in that video. And of course, we always start with enable editing so we can actually do things to it. And we can just click through here. There's the blank with the 3 boxes here. Now, around or delete it. Now, don't forget, and I think I showed this maybe in the Word or maybe when the Excel classes, but if you actually delete something or mess something up, this key right here, the undo key, the undo button is your friend. And so you just go back and undo things that you did. So don't forget that. But make this look exactly like the one they showed you in the video. All right, so that is assignment 4.1. Let's go ahead and work on assignment 4.2. Okay, so to understand the scope of e-commerce in the current and future online marketplace, this assignment, we are going to be online shoppers. And I think most of us are probably online shoppers anyway. Pick an expensive item that you would love to buy one day. Think big, no harm in dreaming. Look at the different companies that are selling this product, read reviews and ratings, check out the prices of each product, and then decide which one you'd buy. Be sure to compare similar products or at least 4 or 5 different companies. After doing this research, list the companies and their products the best, or list the companies and their products from best to worst in your opinion. Why is your first choice your first choice? Why is your last choice your last choice? Which company had the best online marketing strategy and why? Think about everything you've learned about ZMOT, online marketing, etc. Keep in mind that social media reviews and ratings. Keep in mind the social media reviews and ratings, the company website, other websites where you can buy it, etc. Which company had the worst online marketing strategy and why do you think so? Lastly, look at these best and worst companies that you explained above. What have you learned about what you should do and what you shouldn't do in terms of online marketing? How will you apply this to your own business and your future place of employment? All right. Now, do this, all this on PowerPoint. This is a PowerPoint assignment. So use PowerPoint to do this. So make a presentation that handles all these things. So find an expensive item you want, go through all these steps, and show us what you can do on the PowerPoint. If you have any questions, email me and I will be more than happy to help. If anyone wants to see my specific item, my specific expensive item, this is mine. So I would like a Bentley Continental GT. All right, so that's mine. What's yours? And I love these things. You can go in and build them. Oh, how crazy is that? So once again, if you guys have any questions or comments, let me know. But I will tell you, you're doing well. Finish your discussion, catch up any work you're behind on, please. Do your discussions. They're they're 25% of your grade. I hate to harp on those, but guys, it hurts your grade really badly if you don't just get them done. Catch up anything here that you need to do. And if you have any issues, let me know. I appreciate your guys' patience and I will talk to you soon.